Hello, I know it has been a while. I am Melanie Kate if you are new around here. I am back today and fingers crossed it stays this way, that I'm here for a while or forevermore. It's time for me to give a life update to you all, what's going on in life, why I've really not been posting, and I've not posted since February I think, and moving forward I hope to be posting twice a week. I hope you're all okay, and here is my life update for you. On the 20th of June 2019 I was sitting in the private hospital, the local private hospital, crying my eyes out because I was frustrated my body wasn't working properly, and we believe that it is to do with endometriosis, but at that point we were just a little bit stuck. Anyway, I was sitting there really crying my eyes out. The doctor consultant just said, look Melanie, there's not a lot more we can give you as options, choices, there's not a lot more we can do, you just need to go and be happy. Find happiness and just be happy. So me in a right state just said, yes, I want to be happy and I want to have a baby. So he said, okay, have a baby. That's what you want, go and have a baby. So it's been a long journey, and my journey started on that date to becoming a mum, and from then on I have been trying to fall pregnant. So I was on the depot injections, which stops your period altogether. So my next one was due on the 5th, my phone's here by the way, the 5th of August 2019, and I just didn't have it. I decided that, no, Mel, you want a baby, you're gonna have one. So I took the lifeline of, I guess, risking my endo getting worse to have a baby. So I just didn't have that injection. At the time I was under a clinic in London, IVF clinic in London, and I had a this is what they say, a 3 to 5% chance of conceiving naturally. So it was basically wait until your period arrives. It took a whole year for my period to come back. So the 5th of August 2020 my period arrived, and to get my AMH levels up, because it had been stopped medically through Zoladex and then straight onto depot, I wanted to give my body a few periods before going down the IVF route. So I had, my period was the regularest period you've ever seen in my entire time having a period. Like, it literally was monthly to the date, which was crazy. So yeah, and then obviously COVID happened, so that was a delay in everything, and at that stage of time, I think rules are different now, but at that stage of time I would have had to isolate. So I didn't want to be going on a train up and down to London for a couple of weeks whilst I'm isolating, because yes, we can drive to London but it costs a lot of money. So I thought long and hard and did a lot of research and came up and found this local clinic, which was Herts and Essex Fertility Centre, and that was really local to me. I could drive there, and it meant that I could isolate and not be, you know, not be at risk of catching it, because I didn't want to risk it at all for having a baby by being around anyone with COVID, or you know, you just don't know what people are like, do you? You can trust yourself, your family, close people, but other people you just can't. So on the 6th of January 2021, I had a SIS, I think it's called, or is it an SIS? And that is basically where they check your uterus and they scrape away the lining to confirm that it's acceptable for implantation. So I got that approval, or that perfect uterus for implantation on the 6th of January 2021. I then decided, or at the same time decided, that I wanted to share my eggs with someone else. So half of my eggs would go to me and half of my eggs would go to someone else. This is not for everyone, obviously, but I just thought it was a lovely thing to do if I could give someone else or a family the chance of having their own family using my eggs when they couldn't use their own or didn't have the opportunity to use their own. So I decided to go down the route of that. Now I'm sure every clinic is different, so please do find out if you want to egg share. Please find out information yourself about it all, because you obviously want to make sure well, they won't let you if your eggs aren't good enough, etc., and you're in an age limit. So anyway, so I then went through to do my first round. They matched me with a recipient and for my eggs, and we went through my first round in the end of March, the beginning of April 2021. Unfortunately for me, that round left my pregnancy test. I was implanted with one embryo, and unfortunately that embryo didn't survive and I didn't get a positive pregnancy test. So that was really heartbreaking, because I've wanted children for ages. I have wanted a baby for so long, and to think that I was in a really good chance of conceiving through this embryo, it then failed. So yeah, it was really hard for me. Then I decided that I wanted to egg share again, and I decided that no, Mel, if you really want this that much, you need to go again. Like, you need to have another round. So I did. So August of 21, I had another round, and this time my embryos were better quality, and I had 2 implanted, and they gave me a positive pregnancy test, and I was super excited about that. I couldn't believe it. Like, I cried, and I couldn't believe it that I was pregnant, that I was going to be having a baby or babies, and that my happiness was coming. Not that I wasn't happy, but my happiness that what the doctors agreed to me to let me have was gonna happen. Meanwhile, my sister fell pregnant, and she is 3 weeks behind me, and so yeah, it was let me get on to the next bit, and then it'll kind of work out a bit more. So with private, I've paid for all my rounds of IVF, though egg sharing makes it subsidized. In my clinic you get a 7-week scan, and that confirms a heartbeat. So obviously I was 3 weeks ahead of my sister, and I went for my scan, and unfortunately, well, one had vanished, and there was one in there, but unfortunately it didn't have a heartbeat. So I had miscarried it, which was extremely hard for me, physically and emotionally. I am super happy that my sister's pregnant and hers has succeeded, but it was extremely hard for me because, like her, I really want this, and I wasn't gonna have that chance to have it that time. So it was really heartbreaking for me, and also for anyone that's had infertility problems, longed for a child. It's just really hard to see, and also at this time in life, everyone around me is having babies, had babies, and it just hurts a little bit more, I guess. Obviously I'm really happy for my sister and everyone else that's had a baby, but it makes you hurt a little bit inside. So now skip forward to January 2022, and I decided that it was time to give IVF another go. This time I didn't share my eggs, and there's nothing against sharing your eggs to not sharing your eggs. I would share my eggs again in a heartbeat. However, this was my last chance. Like, if I didn't fall pregnant, this was my last chance. I would end up adopting, fostering to adopt, once I'd moved. So I decided, also I got made redundant in August, so I'd kind of got a bit of money behind me that I could afford to more stably to go with it and do a complete round. So yeah, January I decided that was it. I was going to do a complete round. I kept it really secret and nobody knew, except my mum and my dad, and my grandma, because I couldn't do her cleaning. Obviously I was still, at that time we still had to isolate. I don't think you do now, but in January you did. And I had 18 eggs retrieved, and yeah, 18 eggs retrieved. That went down to 16. That then I had 2 implanted into me on the 2nd of February 2022. And then on the 14th of February 2022, Valentine's Day, I took my pregnancy test and it confirmed I was pregnant really fast and a real strong line. And I've filmed all this footage, so you can see this footage. It'll be another video because this is really long already. But you'll see in that footage that I'm happy and I'm excited, but I don't show it because I am scared for my life that then it isn't going to have a heartbeat, and I've miscarried again. So it was really stressful time. Nobody obviously knew other than the 3 people I just said, and I can now confirm to you all that as I film this, I am 13 weeks pregnant with twins. They are non-identical. They have their own sac and own placenta, and I have hyperpremesis. I can't believe it. When I was scanned at 6 weeks 6 days, I had already started morning sickness, and I was just so scared to go there and there not be a heartbeat that the lady, well, you have to go for a wee before you go and have a scan there because it's internal, but my mum obviously said to them, oh, she's really nervous, really anxious, like it's gonna be like last time. So she kind of turned the screen away so we couldn't see it, checked, and then said, but as she was checking, I saw there was 2 sacs, and I thought, oh my god, like I just couldn't believe it really. And she turned it round and she said, well, there's 2 sacs and there's 2 heartbeats. They are really strong heartbeats, and they're measuring exact to the day, which was 6 weeks and 6 days. So yeah, I'm so happy to announce that I am finally pregnant with twins, and that I'm just super happy. I am still a little bit anxious, but yeah, that kind of concludes it. I'm now 13 weeks pregnant with twins. I am super happy but really nervous at the same time. Also because I've got hyperpremesis, I feel awful. I'm on the plainest foods diet of bread, pasta, noodles, crisps, crackers, pretty much it. And if I wake up in the night, I have to have food with me because I have to eat to keep the sickness at bay. Saying that, I ate toast this morning and threw it up. Anyway, also with the hyperpremesis, I just feel rough 24/7, so it is pretty hard going, and I think that has taken its toll on my excitement as well, and our excitement, because I feel so rough. But fingers crossed it goes away at 16 weeks, because my sister, the one that's not pregnant now but the other one, she had it for both of her pregnancy, Abigail and Alfie, and had it the whole way through. And my friend, my work friend, she had it and it was the whole way through, so it probably will be the whole way through, but we'll just see. But yeah, I am now pregnant with twins, and I wanted to share that all with you. They are causing havoc because even at the scan they took forever to scan, and we switched twin A to twin B multiple times. So this, even though it says twin B, let me kind of try and cover this up somehow. This is twin now A, and this is now twin B. Twin B was behaving a lot better than twin A. These pictures are both of twin A, because twin, honestly, which is now twin B, because twin now A was just not playing ball. So yeah, that is my little life update for you all. In the next 6 months I also need to buy a brand new car, because there's no way a twin pram can fit in a mini convertible, and I also need to buy my house. My flat hopefully is going through. We're just on the final bits getting their mortgage sorted, and then it should be going through, and then obviously I have 6 months to find a new place to live that has 2 beds at least. I really want a house like I'd bought last time, but yeah, we'll just wait and see. It's all fun and games, but yeah, thank you for watching my update, and I'm so extremely happy and thankful that I'm pregnant now with twins. Yeah, I will be back soon. Probably, it might be next week, it might be this week, so just make sure you've got your notifications on. I'll probably post a bit on Instagram too, and make some reels, something like that, because it's exciting time for me in my life. Yeah, so make sure you keep keep your notifications on, because I'm going to post my whole IVF journey. I'm going to post telling my grandma, I'm going to post telling the kids, and then like hauls and stuff, baby hauls, maternity clothes, because I am huge already, stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.